Hey guys, Mike here with obviously Dragon Drive Addiction. You know us, but dude, I'm wearing the Summit branded, designed, coolest shirt.
Not only that, it's the Tommy Dupree edition. You know, I'm not sure quite how my hot rod ended up on the back. May have something to do with that. I don't know. But yes, I appreciate you sporting my wear, man.
Yeah, dude. Well, whenever you drive a really cool car like that, I mean, obviously that's probably one of the biggest picks there is because it's a cool car. But then I'm sure you whisper in people's ear, you know, things like that. So.
Well, they might have been looking for examples of drag and drive cars to put on there, and we might have sent a few suggestions, and mine just happened to be one of them. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah, it worked out.
Yep. So you guys are obviously the presenting sponsor for a lot of what we do, the show, the news, the Drag and Drive Awards. The first ever Drag and Drive Awards yesterday. You actually got a few minutes to speak. If you guys haven't watched that, you need to go back and do that. But dude, let's talk about 2023 and what you guys saw between 2022 and 2023 with the growth, like fast cars, more fast cars.
It has been insane, man. You know, especially from 21 to 23, not only the faster the cars, the more events, the more people getting involved. This community is growing in leaps and bounds, man. It is insane. You know, how do we go from 1,300 races to 5,000 racers or whatever the number is now? And I would venture to say if somebody did a survey or a study, it would be one of the fastest growing forms of motorsports in the country, if not the world. You know, now we've got it in Canada, we've got them in Australia, we've got them all over the place now, and so it's when people ask what attracts people to a drag and drive, and I tell them it's just seat time. Yep. You know, we all like to go fast in our cars, but even at a drag and drive event, that part of the fun is 6 to 15 seconds, you know, whatever that time frame might be. It's the other 23 hours and 50 whatever minutes, you know, between the tracks that develops the camaraderie and the friendships and just the seat time in the car. You know, I've been a drag racer my entire life, but putting your stuff in the box, going to the track, waiting to make a time trial or a qualifying run, and then hoping you get past first round. If you don't, your day's pretty much done. With drag and drive, it is the most bang for the buck. It's a week-long, it doesn't even have to be a week, it can be 2 or 3 days, but you, your buddies, and your car out having a good time, and that was the biggest attraction to me. And it is, like I said in the awards deal yesterday, it is a true brotherhood. Nobody leaves anybody behind. Everybody's friends. I've never met an unfriendly drag and drive person, and we're all about helping each other. And I'm proud to be a competitor, and very proud that you guys accepted Summit into the community. So we're thrilled to be a part of it. It's been great for us.
It's really been cool to see how everybody comes together across all of the events and things like that. We've walked around here, and there's been a lot of different drag and drive shirts. You know, I saw a Hot Rod Drag Week jacket from 2013 the other day. It's 11 years ago, you know, to think about that we've been doing that. But like in 2013, that was the only drag and drive event that was out there. So, you know, and at that point, we all called it Drag Week. But it's not Drag Week anymore. It's way more than that. It's an entire community. Again, we saw more than 4,000 people this year race in a drag and drive event across the world. We're going to see more than 5,000, I would almost expect next year. We're looking 40 plus events, something like that. One spot we have seen a ton of growth is regional events. So we still had 13 national level events, which means we had 20 regional events. What are some things that these regional events can do to maybe get their counts up, to have more attendance? Because the week-long events still have all the prestige. Because if you make it through a week-long event, it's a big deal. But these weekend events, I mean, like, this is the gateway drug, man.
It is, and for a few different reasons, you know, and maybe we can help be a better partner in promoting some of that stuff. But the regional events are a good way for people to dip their toes in a drag and drive event before they make the commitment to the week-long, or yes, the drag weeks and the sick weeks in the Midwest, and all those are historically prestigious events. But you know, don't be afraid to go out to your regional deal, dip your toes in it. Number one, make sure your stuff is right. You know, before you commit to a week-long deal and you have a bad experience the first day, and your week's done. So, you know, to be able to get out and have the seat time and check the roadworthiness of your car, you know, I think those are very important. And you know, the regional events is what I would say, like I won't bad example, but the NHRA Sportsman leap to the Pro Series. Yep. You know, get out and get your feet wet, have some fun with it, decide whether you like it or not before you make the major investment. You don't have to have a 6-second car to do this stuff. Yep. Man, I don't have a 6-second car. But it's all about just getting out, beating on your ride, and having fun with your friends. But the the regional events are a good stepping stone into a national event before you make the commitment, because like all of us said, that's a week's worth of vacation, that's a week's worth of hotels. You know, it's not cheap to do, but it's well worth the money.
Yep.
My anybody that asked me my experience, what I took away from a drag and drive event is it's the most fun and horrifying thing you'll do at the same time. It's a very surreal moment when you pull out on the highway or the back road, whatever, the first day, and realize this is all we got, boys. I hope we got enough, you know. And I finished most, didn't finish one year, and it was heartbreaking, but it was just one of those things. But no, I encourage you that if you can't make the commitment to a national event, go out and try the regional deal first. Help support the local track, their local programs, and work your way into it if you can't commit to a national right off the bat.
Well, and you know, another thing I was thinking of while you're telling that story is these week-long events. Say you're only able to do one a year. Well, you can now maybe pick up an extra event somewhere during the season and do it during the weekend, because like we were seeing so many here in the States, it was wild that people were, you know, we had some regions of the country that had like 3 in a 2-month span, and people were doing all 3. Like Dustin Cottle, who won one of the Drag and Drive ambassadors, he did our race in April, he did a race 3 weeks later in Nebraska, and then another race in Oklahoma City in May, lives in Tulsa, has absolutely crushed 8 Drag and Drive events this year. It's amazing to see. Like, we've never had an opportunity for somebody to attend that many events, and we're meeting with him in a couple weeks to deliver his trophy and go over some more stuff that he's got planned for next year. It's going to be really cool to see what a guy that did 8 events this year has to say about what he saw, what he liked, what he would like to see in an event, because he has all the experience.
Absolutely, you know, and that's what it's all about. I myself are probably going to do maybe 2 nationals, but I'm going to look at some regional stuff to get my stuff out, and my schedule is crazy. I travel 30 weeks out of the year, so it's very hard for me to commit that much vacation time, you know, 2 or 3 national events when I still have a wife and kids. They want to do something with me.
Yeah.
You know, so the regional stuff makes sense for me too, just from a time stand, just constraints of vacation and work getting in the way of doing drag and drive. If I can ever figure that out, it'll be great. But no, the regional thing definitely has value to the whole program.
That's awesome. Well, I want to say thanks. There are people piled up here waiting on you to talk to them, because if you don't know, you're kind of an important guy here in this booth, Summit booth. What's your guys' number here in this booth?
4401. Come by and talk to us. We're here. It's not so much about the parts this weekend. It's about our partners, such as you guys. We're here meeting with tracks and sponsorships we have, and any new programs that might be coming up. So it's just more of an ambassador thing for us to be out here and get the face-to-face time with people we only get to do phone calls with a lot. Yeah. So
that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And hey, thank you for being a huge part of the Drag and Drive community.
We're excited, and it's going to be a long relationship.